Hey guys, I hope that you all are doing well. I wanted to take this time to invite you to U.S. History Honors 11 Distance Learning with Ms. Bird. This isn't ideally how we had hoped to finish the year, but I'm excited about being able to do something new, virtual and distance learning. So I'm going to go through with you guys how the class will be laid out and the requirements for successfully completing the course. First off, the medium that we will use. We're going to continue to use Engage. We already have that set up. You guys have been using Engage with me now for several years. So our online class will be exclusively through Engage. So parents, if you've not logged in, the URL is engage.mcpss.com. And once you put that URL in the address, you'll see a window that looks like this once you put that URL in the address bar, and that Engage Online and Blended Learning for MCPSS, and students will use their generic username and password that they use for obtaining and accessing anything MCPSS. So it's the same thing. Okay, now once in that website, then you'll, now by the way, you should have already joined the course. Honors 11th grade students should have already joined the course. Now, by chance, if you've not already joined the course, let's say you haven't done any homework for the year, the enrollment code is 57YBX5, okay, and that will get you joined in the course. Parents do not need to join the class. Only students need to join the class. However, parents should join the Remind. If you join the Remind, you're going to get notifications about when test grades have been put in, when units will open, when units will close. And it's a really easy means by which we can text back and forth. If you have questions, you can contact me directly via text through Remind. You may also call me or text me between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday at 251-610-0595. If you don't call or text within the normal office hours or school hours, it may be the next day before I reply. Okay, now let's talk about the lessons and how the course will be laid out. Okay, we will cover 3 units together. We'll cover a unit on World War II, and then a unit on the Civil Rights Movement, and the final unit that we'll cover is social change in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So 3 units together. Each unit will have 4 lessons. The lessons will include a lecture video, and it will also include 1 activity. Okay, so again, 1 unit includes 4 video lectures and an activity for each video lecture. Okay, so handwritten notes should be taken for every video lecture. And then you're going to complete the activity for that video lecture. It may be a threaded discussion. It may be a Google Doc kind of worksheet. It may even be a Nearpod, but there will be 1 activity for every lecture video. And the lecture video and the activity include 1 lesson. And there are 4 lessons for every unit, and we will complete together 3 units. Okay. You should pace yourself to do about 1 lesson a day. So about 1 lesson a day. Now let's talk about the notes. I mentioned earlier that for each lecture video, you will also take handwritten notes. You're going to submit those to me for a grade. Handwritten notes are required and will be graded. Take notes for each video lecture and submit them at the end of the unit. You shouldn't be taking any more than about a half a page of notes per unit, so don't turn into me any more than 2 pictures. I have just kind of a little template outline here, like lesson 1, and then take your notes there. Lesson 2, take your notes. Lesson 3, take your notes. Lesson 4, take your notes. Okay, at the end of each unit, when you have completed all 4 lessons, you've watched all 4 lecture videos, and you've taken notes for each, make sure that your name is written atop the page, and send me a picture of each of the pages, no more than 2. Now, let me go ahead and clarify as far as grading here. You have 1 activity for each lecture video, and you also have to take lecture notes for each lecture video. The 4 activities and the lecture notes will be a 100-point portfolio grade. So that's going to be your minor grade for Unit 1. Completing the activities, there will be 1 for each lesson. It may be a thread, it may be a Google Doc worksheet, and submitting to me via picture your handwritten notes. Those things together comprise your portfolio grade for each unit and the minor grade. Okay? And then the test. The test for each unit will look and feel a lot like the test that we take in class. At the bottom on the Engage class page, there will be a link. It's the very last link on the list of your lessons and activities. Exam, click that link. It'll open you up into a Nearpod. Your test will be taken in a Nearpod format. It will be made up of multiple choice questions, mostly vocab, and then you'll have a text, and you'll have to answer a couple of questions on some sort of text, a text-based document, and then the last part of the test will be a short answer, a 1-part short answer. In class, we practice the 3-part short answer essays. You guys will only do a 1-part essay short answer. I'm going to grade it as I always do for historical detail. Have you included some historical detail, and have you analyzed, which means you have explained. Okay, and obviously it will be similar to like a thread that you've been asked on Engage. It's going to be something very similar to an activity that you've already done. What I have not mentioned yet is that the test will be timed. You will have 1 minute for each multiple choice question and 15 minutes for the short answer. So you will only be graded on your first attempt. There are no second and third attempts, so whenever you open the test, make sure you're ready to be assessed. Okay, originality of work. I've been working with you guys now for about almost 2 years, really. We've been working together. I know your writing. I know your level of vocabulary. I know sentence structure, syntax. I've been reading your writing for a great deal of time. Do not fall to the temptation to copy and paste. You will earn a 0, okay? And finally, I wanted to reiterate grades here. The county has given the grade requirements for each of the 3 units that we cover together for the 4th quarter. You will have 1 major grade and 1 minor grade. The portfolio grade will include the lesson activities and the handwritten lecture notes. Having completed all those, you will have earned 100 points for the portfolio grade. And then there's the test that's through Nearpod. The same thing will be true for the 2nd unit we cover on civil rights and the final unit that we cover on social change. Here is a calendar of the 3 units, the dates that these units will open, and the dates that these units will close. Unit 1, World War II, will open on April the 13th. That's Monday. Unit 1, World War II, opens Monday, April the 13th, and will be open through Tuesday, April the 21st. Unit 2 on Civil Rights will open Wednesday, April the 23rd, and will be open through Thursday, April 30th. Your final unit on social change in the decades of the 50s, 60s, and 70s will open May the 1st and will remain open through May the 11th. We'll use the remainder of the calendar to work on makeup work if that's necessary, or any supplemental educational needs that you might have. I'm really looking forward to working with you guys this year through distance learning and wrapping up our 2020 school year in a really unique fashion. My prayer is that your families are safe, that you all are well and healthy, and that I see you again in the fall. Have a wonderful experience through social distance learning, and please, please contact me with any questions, any concerns. If there is a need, let me know immediately. All right, guys, I look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.